Other interesting political news, the UK government is now arresting citizens for simply, quote unquote, hate speech and misinformation on social media. In fact, simply a retweet could have them come and arrest you. In true 1984 fashion. Now we got two clips. One is talking about the concept, and the other is actually a specific instance of those corrupt governments arresting people. This is quite horrifying, and is yet another reason why you should be thank God for the First Amendment, thank God for the Second Amendment. The Bill of Rights is so rare. It's also horrifying that Kamala Harris's VP says there's no such thing as guaranteed speech, and he also wants to make it so the government can take that away from you if it's quote unquote hate speech or quote unquote misgendering. Again, that means they're going to force compelled speech upon us, where if you don't say the right pronouns, you'll be arrested. It's already happening in other countries, and in some public schools in the United States, the courts ruled that they can also be punished if they don't use the quote unquote proper pronouns. Now, this is first brought to our attention thanks to End Wokeness on X Twitter, saying, quote, breaking, UK authorities will round up and charge citizens who retweet any material deemed as, quote unquote, inciting hatred. And what would be an insult in the UK? This limey Brit? I guess maybe they would say that. Let's see what it's only 41 seconds, so we'll hear what he has to say. And this is thanks to SkyNews.com.
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that.
Let's listen to that again. It's very important.
Publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred.
They're going to guess what you're thinking. They're going to say, oh yeah, we think what you were thinking is that you were intending for this to happen. Listen, we don't like this speech. You think it's hate speech.
So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material.
True 1984 fashion. Again, read that brilliant novel by George Orwell. It's probably the reason why most public schools in the United States don't actually have children reading it. Probably should. It's a depressing book, but it is all too accurate to, unfortunately, the modern authoritarianism of most governments.
And then follow up with identification arrests and so forth. So it's a really serious. People might think they're not doing anything harmful. They are, and the consequences will be visited upon them.
Wow. Thankfully, this went pretty viral. Getting out 24 million views as well as 32,000 likes. Wish this would be a couple 100 million views so the world would see how evil these governments are truly becoming. My first comment comes from Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, F the UK commies getting 5.9 thousand likes. Scrolling down, you have Sassafras84 saying, damn, the UK went to hell in a handbasket, quit voting Democrat, getting 1,000 likes. Paul Zupa says, what about reposts? Getting 283 likes. Cass Loren, A+ for the reference, he says, full on 1984 commie hellhole, getting 25 likes. Cat Turd says, UK equals North Korea, getting 3.2 thousand likes. You could debate which one actually has worse food. Sounds like a really horrifying reality show. You have to eat the food from each country. Oh, dear God. One shudders to imagine. Scrolling down, you got nice meme. Again, maybe someone in the comments can help me with this cultural reference. A person in it's a cartoon, a rudimentary scribble cartoon, with someone holding like a wand or a spatula, and they're shouting, and there's three people across the comic strip that are responding. It says, what do you want? It says free speech. And the person shouting goes, for everyone? And they say, just for us. And he goes, that's not free speech. And they respond, say, you're racist. Getting 4.3 thousand likes. Van Lucum says, fascism disgusting is disguised as democracy. You have looks like a Nazi with a Pride Progress band and BLM fist. Not emoji, like an emblem. It says, why can't you fascists just let the government tell you what to do? And 2.5 thousand likes. I think it's a classic the meme situation where the ladies are sitting at a dinner table and the gal's holding the dog's mouth shut. Ladies at the table are labeled the UK government as well as BLM riders and violent immigrants. The dog with the muzzle being shut with the UK government, it's actually closing its muzzle. It's called US citizens, for the dog getting 1.7 thousand likes. The an NPC meme says free speech is dangerous unless liberals control it, getting 3.8 thousand likes. AJ Wolf says UK government 2024. It's a bunch of SWAT looking guys, the British flag, and says, we saw your meme, step outside, getting 2.4 thousand likes. Truth. Red Wave Press says, wow, the UK has become a dumpster. It is no longer safe for Englishmen to live there. Getting 1.4 thousand likes. Jay Han says, hatred probably includes, quote, please stop attacking Christians. Getting 1.8 thousand likes. A couple pictures of before and after mass immigration. Oh, here we go. Here's that. I was just referencing this perpetual human frog, or what does he look like? Tim Waltz?
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
It's sad. Maybe he's illiterate, or no, more likely he's just mentally, well, not just mentally vacuous, but un-American, because, again, there literally is something that will guarantee it. It's called the First Amendment. They might not like it. Oh, no, we know they hate it. There's nothing they hate more than free speech and open speech platforms like X, Twitter, which is why it's the only platform I actually pay for. I actually believe in it. And yeah, they want to literally erase all. I mean, they're already erasing history. I mean, they're trying to do that with Kamala. Thankfully, it's not working too great. But yeah, they want control of everything you say. Because again, hate speech, while it's visually disgusting, I would never do it. But again, that's the speech that you need to be protected. And knowing them, they also redefine everything. So it's just anything they don't like is now hate speech. Now, let's see if there's any contrarian statements here. Because again, there are a million of, I was about to call them Americans, there are millions of people who live in America who do want these types of laws here. Scrolling down, you got Dr. Marcus Krall saying, hello, HM's government. We Germans have lots of experience with this kind of policing and people and true trademarks, I would claim, the Gestapo, Stasi, you name it. Our current rulers could give you consulting on how to revive these amazing tactics. Call 1-800-NANCY, getting 544 likes. Sally says, full-on communism is taking place in the UK. Starts in the UK, then spreads to Australia. Final destination to the US. Are you ready to pay attention yet? Vote like your country depends on it. Trump Vance 2024, getting 761 likes, which is very true. You see a lot of political and cultural initiatives, policies, and prescriptions spread throughout the globe. In many cases, like a virus, where, especially when you have totalitarian places like Canada, where again they don't allow free speech. You get fined if you so much as insult one of their government officials. They also disarm the populace and force them to do terrible things. But yeah, those policies, and they force kids, they will take your kid away if you don't allow them to transition to Canada. And again, a lot of people saw the writing on the wall, says, hey, this will come to America. So a lot of people laughed at them and said, no, it'll never happen here. Happened in California, now it's spreading across the US. Yeah, Rebecca Anti-Communist says, quote, why do they recently vote an extreme left-wing government, and are people on board with this type of thing? Getting 211 likes. Let's see here. Looks like a concerned-looking redcoat, and it says the Brits gave up their guns, and now the government put them in jail for Facebook posts, getting 360 likes. Let's see. Now let's go to the actual instance where someone was specifically arrested for this. This is also thanks to Sky News. Now this also comes from End Wokeness. It says, quote, breaking, a 55-year-old lady was arrested by Cheshire police for an inaccurate quote-unquote post. It was about the Southport attacker.
Now, and a woman has been arrested by Cheshire police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport murders. It says a 55-year-old woman from near Chester was arrested earlier today, Thursday the 8th, of course, on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. She is currently being held in police custody. Chief Superintendent Alison Ross has also made a statement saying that this is in relation to a post which has been fueled by malicious and the protest rather has been fueled by malicious and inaccurate communications online. It is a stark reminder of the dangers of posting information on social media platforms without checking the accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
Yep, it's already begun. Got 300,000 views and 4.2 thousand likes. The first comment comes from Craig Chamberlain, who said, quote, so people are supposed to live in fear of resharing content on the internet like this poor woman. The UK authorities have become far too power hungry. We truly live in Orwellian times, and quote, getting 251 likes. This was a bonus for the 1984 reference, again, written by George Orwell. If you have kids, a little more child-friendly one that's not quite as dark, but still has many of the same important themes, would be Animal Farm. Again, that's much shorter, a little bit easier to digest. Again, everyone on the planet should read those books because it shows you, I mean, the most evil things in history always happen because of the government. Now, Gunther Eagleman simply says the UK is falling, getting 330. Wow, I was supposed to say I was supposed to say 331, jumped up to 334 likes. Got Wall Street Ape says, this is literally coming to America if Democrats steal the next election. This is a globalist agenda. Getting 503 likes. Sarah Rose says, this is what Waltz wants. Getting 340 likes, which that's a catchy phrase. I'm surprised it's not already a campaign slogan around a t-shirt by now. Waltz wants. UK General TM says UK government officials are a bunch of communists, getting 137 likes. Vance Linkelman says, quote, Biden's Gestapo DOJ put Trump support in prison for a crooked Hillary meme. And 35 likes. True, a great example of the discrepancy in terms of the equal application of justice in the United States. You had two individuals, one that was on the left politically and one that was on the right politically, and they both did a meme where it says, again, one had Hillary, one had Trump. They said, hey, text this number to get your, for your vote to go here. Person on the right was thrown in jail. Person on the left, I don't even think he got a slap on the wrist. Same scenario. Let's see, any contrarian statements here? Red Wave Press says the UK government is on a rapid spiral downward, getting 73 likes. Oh, all three good books. So it looks like there's one of those funny intersections with the roundabouts. And this is posted by Fantastic Mr. Fox, and it says Animal Farm, and the roads are labeled Animal Farm, 1984, Fahrenheit 451, and Brave New World. All brilliant novels that everyone should read. Fortunately, public schools, I think these days, probably don't push them. They have books about gender they have to push on kids. Yeah. Homeschool your kids, folks. Tobias Maximus says Gov Media pushes that material to stir up racial hatred and false communication every single day, getting 10 likes. Again, yet another thing where folks saw the writing on the wall, said it would happen, and now it's happening in real time. Quite horrifying. I'm not sure how it's going to stop, frankly. Definitely vote differently. Every vote counts. Get out there and vote wherever you are in the globe. Make sure you step up to the ballot box and vote, because it does matter. Hopefully this doesn't spread. Again, you do have some people in the United States that are pushing for it. And maybe, a lot of people are saying, well, thank God we have the Bill of Rights. Well, what if the Supreme Court, what if they expand it to have 100 people on the Supreme Court? Just give themselves a supermajority. In that case, what happens then? Then they get all the policies they want, like they have for decades. Horrifying to think of, but it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. We have politicians that are advocating for that. So definitely horrifying to see this on global level, and I can't help but think we're going to see it on local level soon. So always stay vigilant. Spread this news like there's no tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get some good news to report on this subject in the future from a political perspective, and we'll see. But of course, as I sometimes say, time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up or thumbs down or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.